You walk in the game, just listen. She's a beautiful young lady. And there's a lot of beautiful young ladies in the WNBA. But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. It's not going to work with people. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work. And when you do stuff like that, and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you.
Did you see what Angel Reese just did? She posted a picture on New Year's Eve, but she also dropped a bombshell that has everyone talking. Now, Stephen A. Smith is putting on a brutal show, but here's the twist. This isn't just about a dress or a widely shared article. It's about a 22-year-old celebrity who may have just done something that might completely upend her career. Listen to how Stephen A. Smith likened her to Caitlin Clark. Your jaw will drop when you read a tale of two ballers.
But when you do that, you can't come down the line and complain about being objectified later on. Whether it's right or wrong, it's not going to work. And when you do stuff like that and you're drawing attention to yourself because of that, that can be problematic for you, especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things. That might not be fair. I'm not saying it is. And you certainly have the right to dress how you want and to do what you want and to live your life. But people have a right to have their opinions about what you put on display. And if they don't like it and they believe that it's not the right thing for you to be doing when you talk about building your brand, I don't know how you can argue that, Tori. That's my struggle.
Everyone's jaws dropped when Reese posted this video. You might think it couldn't be that bad, but even her fans were like, "Girl, what are you doing?" Imagine this. Reese wearing a dress that leaves no room for interpretation. Then, the comment section exploded faster than midnight fireworks, and now everyone is asking the same question. Was it really worth it?
My daughters are fully aware. Daddy had better damn well not see an outfit like that on social media. Nah, I ain't judging Angel Reese. Live your life. I'm talking about my daughters.
Right.
I promise you. I better not see that. Hey, they could be in college in L.A., in Boston, or anywhere in between. Daddy will drop the mic, hop in the car, on the plane, or wherever. That ain't gonna happen. You said, I'm not having it. That's me.
However, this is where things start to become really fascinating, and then all of a sudden, there is silence. Reese's Instagram abruptly disappeared, leaving everyone in disbelief and unsure of what was truly happening.
Issue because she deleted her Instagram, and that's the most important part about all of this, because clearly she's uncomfortable with some of the backlash that she's getting because she deleted her Instagram.
This isn't just a wardrobe malfunction or a little New Year's fun. We're talking about a rising basketball sensation who has everyone talking, and not in a positive way. Now, you might be wondering if this is really about a dress, or if something bigger is going on. It turns out that it's about a 22-year-old star who may have just destroyed her own reputation.
Well, here's the part that I like about the backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash.
You know what's crazy is that this isn't the first time Reese has caused drama. Take the whole incident with the hand-waving at the NCAA championship, for example. It seems like she took all the attention she received from her on-court critics and decided to turn it up to 11 off the court. Now, let's talk about the fallout because, wow, this is huge. It's not just about a few irate comments or unfollows. It's the kind of drama that causes sponsors to back off. And the best part is that earlier this year, she called out people for sexualizing her, and now fans are questioning everything.
Number two, she was seen during various interviews and what have you, talking about threats, talking about insults, crying about how people were coming at her with such venom and hostility, particularly in her last year at LSU, before she ultimately graduated to the pros. She brought up all of these things, which means she was aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you have to understand that that's going to be part of the judgment that comes against you, fair or unfair.
Smith went on to unleash more of his customary feisty remarks, going full disappointed dad mode and, believe me, not withholding any punches. However, this decision now feels like full-blown hypocrisy, leaving many outraged and calling her out for contradicting herself.
Yes, you are 22. Yes, you are young. And there's a lot of things that we didn't want people to know about when we were her age. Fair enough, especially me, okay? Because I'm 30 plus years removed from that age. I got that part. There was no social media then or whatever. But here's my point to you. She knows this social media. She is not dumb. She's quite a brilliant young lady. She's very smart, very accomplished. And on top of it all, she is in this age where she does know social media exists. And she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
Smith grasped on that more quickly than a point guard on a fast break, he said, recalling how Reese removed the contentious post. This takedown is so vicious that it may completely change how young athletes approach their public image.
I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it.
Oh no. Smith wasn't content to simply criticize the post. He's also pointing out that Reese was aware of the criticism. It's as if he's saying, "You knew it was wrong, so why did you do it?" But wait, there's more. Smith brings up Caitlin Clark, and wow, the comparison is harsh. Smith doesn't hold back while expressing.
But what's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there.
Talk about a stark reminder of reality. You may be wondering if this is only about social media, but it's not. Smith further, he highlights that in professional sports, your reputation is influenced by both your on-court and off-court conduct.
In doing the things that she has done, let's face reality. She's going to be attached to Caitlin Clark to some degree. If Angel Reese had never waved her hand in her face when LSU was beating Iowa for in the Final Four of the national championship, if that hadn't happened, Angel Reese's name might not be as big.
It appears as though he is depicting two whole distinct routes. Here's the crazy part. Reese is creating something, although not what she had hoped for, and Clark is creating a lasting legacy. No matter how minor, Reese's success appears to be connected to Clark. This is where things start to become really intriguing. When Smith's guest reveals the extreme scrutiny Reese is subjected to, he issues a warning.
But you have to be cognizant that no matter how you step out of your house, you are now Angel Reese. And you will always be picked apart, unfortunately. It comes with the crown. You're a queen. You're beautiful, So you just have to remember that if you aren't ready for the scrutiny, if you're not ready for the heat, then, you just got to be mindful that what comes with it. You have to be mindful with.
It seems as though he is welcoming you to the major leagues, youngster. The attention doesn't stop when you leave the court, but the Real kicker Smith asks whether Reese is more interested in being an influencer or an athlete. He asks if she can be both. This is a question that will be on your mind for a long time after you finish reading it. In today's world of social media and sports, where do you draw the line? Is Reese playing checkers while everyone else is playing chess?
I'm just saying that what's inescapable is that it's going, even though she's not Caitlin Clark.
It's like watching two different playbooks unfold. One is creating a legacy and the other. Well, she's creating something, but I'm not sure it's what she intended. While Reese is out there making a scene and her rival Caitlin Clark is breaking records and making headlines for all the right reasons.
The reason I bring up Caitlin Clark is because they're attached at the hip with one another, which means they're ultimately going to be compared, Tori. And when you look at Caitlin Clark is balling. She's a rookie of the year. She was one of the finalists for the league MVP honors as a rookie, breaking all types of records. She should have been on Team USA. She didn't choose to play in an unrivaled league. Her brand building has been incredibly impressive.
Okay, let's change topics and discuss the player. While Reese is occupied with creating drama, Stephen A. Smith is unable to stop fawning about Caitlin Clark. You may be wondering, is Clark really that different? But she's breaking records everywhere. Well, get ready because she's doing incredible things. She's dominating on the court, making waves off it, giving speeches at women's forums, hanging out with NFL superstars Jason and Travis Kelce on their podcasts, and hoarding awards like crazy. Clark is supporting everything with her game. Recall how Smith's comparison affected Reese? Clark is demonstrating to everyone that you can be a celebrity without the drama. It's similar to attending a masterclass and managing fame, and Reese recently received education. But let's take it a step further.
Well, we have to remember one thing. She's not Caitlin Clark. And we can't ask her to be
Right.
anyone else besides herself. And
Sure.
especially not
Sure.
right here. We're not going to do that. We want you to be you. We love seeing the great parts of your journey. But we also have to remember she's 22 years old.
Every day, Clark is establishing her legacy. As a rookie, she was a finalist for League MVP, and she's not stopping there. While Reese is playing a risky one-on-one game with fame, Clark has been training diligently with her new head coach, Stephanie White, demonstrating to everyone that she is all about improving her game. You may be wondering how Clark manages to stay focused with all of this attention, and that is the key question. Clark is in charge of a team play, and she is giving up ostentatious social media moments to gain more practice time, and it is really paying off.
Else, we understand that everybody's got their own taste, their own flavor, and certainly their own rights. But there are other people that's going to exercise their rights to be ultra critical about it. And then I'm not even talking about the outfit that Angel Reese has worn. I'm talking about the overall pressure of having to be compared as a brand to somebody who's conducting their branding with near perfection. That's what I'm saying. She's going to have to deal with that, Tori, whether she likes it or not.
Clark is actively demonstrating what it means to be a pro rather than merely avoiding controversy. In addition to praising Clark, Stephen A. Smith used her as the model for managing public attention, saying that you can be a celebrity without the drama. And he's absolutely correct. Without all the unnecessary commotion, Clark is demonstrating that skill and diligence can lead to success. She is a game changer since she is not only a basketball player, but is also serving as an inspiration to young athletes worldwide.
The youth is dealing with this issue. Many of them believe that the more I share about myself, the more liked I'm going to be. People are going to know me off the basketball court. We want to know you off the basketball court. Stephen, I agree with a lot of the stuff you're talking about, but I just wanted to make sure we're still showing her grace and where she's at in her life and understanding that,
Okay.
look, she is 22 years old still, you know. I'm not saying, but that doesn't get to the other point, that another take that I have on this, where the youth needs to understand that it's not all about sharing everything. It's about actually keeping a lot of this stuff intimate and private.
Okay, let's discuss the elephant in the room. Is Angel Reese's attention-seeking really worth it? You may be wondering, come on, how bad could it be? Well, get ready, because we're going to see how expensive a single social media blunder can be. Reese was enjoying himself greatly thanks to those lucrative endorsement deals. We're talking about $1.8 million in contracts with major brands like Reebok and Beats by Dory, which is the kind of money that most collegiate athletes can only imagine, but those partnerships are now in jeopardy.
She's opening herself up to every opportunity is what I want for Angel Reese. I don't want Adidas. I don't want Nike turning her down because they don't see her as someone that's marketable. Because
Neither do I.
You know, and that's the pain that I had for her. And
the problem is that Reese is staking her entire career on social media, and brands detest controversy as if it were an allergy. Bluff, is it not a typo that she lost 5 million Instagram followers in a single day? $5 million gone in an instant is the kind of loss of power that causes sponsors to head for the hills. Reese is heading down the same path as Kyrie Irving, who lost a lot of endorsements due to his social media antics. It seems like she's walking a tightrope, and one mistake may send her career into freefall.
And I have told countless women over the years in this industry, the bosses are always watching. Whether directly or indirectly, there's always eyes on you, okay? And so you could be in a nice dress, you could be on a red carpet, you could be on the beach on vacation or whatever. What you post is what they're paying attention to because they're trying to measure what your intentions are based off of what they see.
However, it's not just about the money. Everyone is curious as to whether WNBA teams may reconsider when Reese's deal with Pro Sports comes up for renewal. Your reputation is influenced by both your on-court and off-court behavior. And at the moment, Reese's off-court antics are significantly outweighing her on-court performance.
Now, you know, think about that. You know, when you post this, what's going to happen to my sponsorship? And my last thing is, if you're a young member of society today, you have social media, and you are big time, just remember that you need to have advisors around you. Paid advisors, as well as people who knew you before your fame.
That's great advice.
The frightening thing is that we're talking about potentially ruining a career before it's even started, not simply about losing a few deals. Reese has the talent and the abilities, But she also has a penchant for creating drama that makes people wonder if she's truly willing to sacrifice everything for a few likes and shares. This makes it difficult for anyone who wants to support her.
Like, take a look at your advisors around you. Do they have your best interest? And if you do get pushback in this way, ask yourself, who were the people around me during that time? And what do they say about it?
Okay, let's conclude. Angel. Everything might change because of Reese's contentious video. This isn't just about one post. It's about her whole basketball career. She is under a lot of pressure, since every step she makes is watched closely, with endorsements and following at risk. What will she do next? It's a wake-up message for all young athletes. The game doesn't finish on the court. Are you prepared for that pressure? Reese is out of crossroads, and her next moves might make or break her career. Should you concentrate on the game or continue stirring things up on social media? Pro sports reputation is everything. How do you feel about social media and athletes? As we follow Reese's career development, please leave your opinions below. She is in overtime, and every move she makes could change the outcome of a game. Will she fumble the ball or sink the buzzer beater? Time is running out.